Karnage eSports, and he spawns in the upper right hand corner as a blue Protoss on Overgrowth here. So yeah, his map pick, so let's see if he's got anything special planned. Perhaps, maybe, maybe not. Maybe. We will see. Again, he's got some work to do here, his team being 2-0 down. Needs to pull this back, and I think very important for him to at least win this game, because you know, Optimus is otherwise going to have so much momentum behind him. It's going to be 3-0, and Eiki game are not going to have so many chances to just defeat the one last player from Karnage eSports if Eiki cannot take this game right here. Of course, there is Optimus, the yellow Terran player in the bottom left from Eiki Gaming. Why does the Karnage logo crocodile have no teeth? And the Karnage eSports owner says he feels teeth were overrated and he wanted to support teethless crocs. Oh dear. Oh. Probe coming into the main base here. We'll get a little bit of a scout off, try and see what's up. Not really too much going on though. So we'll just move out very soon. Again, not really much to see, I suppose. And he'll head back home. Reaper is being made right now for Optimus, and just a single Zealot on the way for Eiki, just in case of any kind of SCV block or anything, or Engineering Bay block I should say. So keep an eye out for that. As SCV is just going to come up into the main base right now though. And Zealot is not going to be cancelled, maybe? Okay, maybe. Okay, he's going to let the Zealot finish because the SCV is here. Can't really afford to be blocked in his natural for too long because he does just actually want to get that expansion down. Kind of nice from Optimus already though. He's blocking it for a little bit here, and he's forced the Zealot to finish, so instead of it being cancelled. So he is denied for a little while longer than it should have been. And Reaper actually comes in now as well, and these probes are actually going to start going down. Zealot's trying to chase that Reaper here, and the other probe. Well, this is interesting. I mean, the Zealot's actually, the Reaper, sorry, is going to actually pick off 2 workers. Really sick little play that by Optimus. As now this Reaper going to try and escape, and this Zealot trying to chase after it. And, very close, but not quite close enough. Oh, he gets an Engineering Bay as well! Oh, so how annoying can this be? And he might lose the Zealot. The Zealot's on very low hit points, 6. Oh, okay, the Stalker's coming to save it. Wow, but he's delayed this Nexus for so long now. And killed 2 probes. This is really nice, as we're going to see this Nexus finally be planted down. This Reaper is going to sit on this right-hand watchtower here on Overgrowth. And Stalkers are beginning to move across the map. Reaper getting a few shots off, but not too much, as this Reaper backs off to this watchtower. Stalkers' Mothership Core are all moving forwards here, and we'll be looking to put a little bit of pressure. 4 Marines are out in the bunker as well on the way, so shouldn't be able to do all too much. As Stalker already taking a little bit of damage, mostly just on the shields though. As the Zealot might actually fall here if he's not careful, and whoa, 1 hit away. We'll just back off there just in time. Sees the bunker, and we'll back off. Realizes there's no further damage to be done here. Behind all of this, factory has been built for Optimus, and he's going to start that Widow Mine production here also. So Widow Mine's on the way. Starport coming down next, and there's a Twilight Council. Well, who could have guessed it? We could have bet on this, guys. We could have gone for the, how many times will we see a Twilight Council today? Or will we see a PvT without a Twilight Council first after the expansion? Very popular playstyle right now, of course, in PvT to go for this blink opening and just follow up with the Colossus tech, as we have seen many times already today. I kind of hope this game goes long again because I really want to see more nukes from Optimus. Overgrowth a bit of a smaller map though, so it does play out a lot differently to Deadwing. But still, I don't see any reason why we couldn't see nukes. Blink does start, he has another gateway added on for Eiki. And you have a couple of gateways, just getting his initial gateways up. And again, a lot of Stalkers out here early on, so shouldn't have too much issue dealing with this aggression, which will be coming in fairly soon. These units just sticking around right now, not doing too much. Just sitting here at the front. So Marine's going to start moving across the map, so pretty much the same build as he did against Mivaya in game number 1, which doesn't seem that long ago after game number 2 was so short. So these Marines are going to start moving across the map here. A couple more actually coming along to join them. And this medevac as well, with a couple of Widow Mines in it, are going to be is going to be coming up the right hand side and towards that main base while the Marines pressure the front. Stalker's Zealot just going to take down these bricks here. There's a robot facility coming up at pretty standard time as well, pretty much as we'd expect. There's the extra backs from Optimus 2, and there's nothing at all in this game which has been unexpected so far. And the real question is now, can this aggression from Optimus get any damage done? You know, how much will he be able to achieve here? Immediately, units going to start moving towards the main base. Nice split though by Eiki. Should be able to negate a lot of this damage. There's the first, well, a couple of Ottomans here actually. One of them, well, probe actually jumping in to the main base there, but whoa, the probes are being pulled down into this force of Marines. The medevac's going to get picked off, but the Marines have done quite a good job. He probably could have picked off, he actually picks off a couple more stalkers here. He probably could have got another couple of probes if he really wanted to. The medevac is, I thought the medevac might have been about to make it out alive. Widowmines are still alive, the observer is out, and we'll be able to clean this up now. And the probes will be able to get back to mining. So, well, that was quite exciting in the end. So how much was actually lost? 14 Marines, the medevac, and the mines for 5 stalkers? And 4 probes as well. Of course, 2 of them probes were from that initial Reaper doing some damage. So that was actually probably a pretty decent trade. Killing so many stalkers is almost definitely worthwhile, and it means any kind of blink aggression from Eiki is just not really going to be that strong at all here. A single bunker should be more than enough to turn this around. Probe coming across the map to put a pylon down to help reinforce this, try and get a little bit more done, and he will actually be able to work away on this depot a little bit. A couple of SCVs will come in and repair this. Bit of an interesting place to put a depot in PvT. I guess helps zone out some units. He is going to load that bunker up with Marauders. This depot is still under fire here. Not the biggest of issue for Optimus if he does lose that, because he is 72 over 102 right now, so it's not like he would hit a supply cop or anything. Simpack about halfway done, hasn't started combat shields just yet, but he has got concussive shells, so the same again as he was doing against Avaya. A couple of SCVs have been killed, and another couple might go down now, as Optimus finally getting brave enough to move out. Just one more SCV killed there in the end, and this Stalker force getting to the point where he's not going to be able to do too much else here. There's enough bio army to maybe even just get out of the bunker and just sit a little bit further forward to stop these stalkers from doing much. Probe will sit down to the bottom right of the map and could set up a proxy pylon to harass it for a little bit later on. As medevac is going to load up. What's that got in it? A mine? Yes, it does. So mine can move across the map in this medevac. As Reactor has finished up on this starport, a couple of medevacs pop out there. And in fact, it's time for Optimus to start piling on the aggression. Time for him to move across the map and see what he can maybe get up to. He's Marauders on a load from this bunker and begin to move across the map here. So pylon again set up in this bottom right, so that will be utilised for run-bys a little bit later on, especially when this third base lands over here. Third command center moving across there right now. So again, nice fast third command center for Optimus. And Eiki is that his first Colossus on the way right now? Yes, it is. Just the first Colossus coming out. Going up to a bunch more gateways, going up to 6, but just getting his third base down. As this mine's actually just been left at this third base, so if Eiki doesn't realise that there, that could be a little bit deadly. You know, if he transfers his workers all here, they all stack up, and that mine kills 10, 15 workers or something. That could be very, very bad for him. So, I mean, right now he knows about this third base, though, and I mean, the army's just completely out of position to defend this, and this third base will fall. So, of course, instead of relying on the luck of a Widowmine, we'll actually be able to get some solid damage done. Cancels the third. And Optimus will just get out of there again. Another stim to actually make sure he escapes. Don't know if that was really necessary or not, but better safe than sorry. Eiki needs to re-establish that third as soon as possible here, really. But he is beginning to move across the map, and I'm not sure if he can really get anything done. He's only on a single Colossus still. The second Colossus only halfway done in production. And Optimus scans, and I mean, he sees this army, he sees one Colossus, and I mean, he has to be thinking, you know, that's just not that scary. And I mean, his third base behind all of this set up and running, so he's in a great position in terms of his economy. And Eiki just getting his own third base set up right now. Where's this probe going to go? He's not going to run into that mine just yet. So again, potential for the big mine hit from Optimus still. As a mine gets picked off over there. A couple of medevacs load up. These drops did a fair amount when he played against Avaya again earlier in this best of 7. And we'll see if he can get anything done with them just yet. The map control, not so great actually for Eiki. He's only going to see it with this observer when it comes in. If he may even, can he even go that far? If he can go right up here, I'm not sure. He can, right? Yeah, of course he can. He should be able to observe, to dodge that if he wants to, but he'll probably fly through it. So the observer's going to see these medevacs coming in, and Eiki has to begin to respond right now. Scan comes down to see what army is here. Eiki pulling some units. He's already warping in as well. He's actually going to leave enough units at that third base, which is the important part about this. He needs to make sure he just doesn't overcommit anything to these this drop defense. And Optimus loses a single Marine and gets a pylon. So again, nice harassment so far from our Terran player. As he moves forwards towards this third base, he scans, he sees this army. Does he feel like he's got enough here? Stalker's spring forward, trying to zone out them Vikings from touching the claw side. Eiki hits the supply block as well because he loses a pylon, and having lost a couple of pylons, this is kind of nasty. How many Marauders are there? Well, this is like pure Marauder basically in this army from Optimus. Vikings are beginning to move forward. They don't get them claw side just yet, taking the shields off of one of them, but that's it. The pylon goes down, stopping reinforcements. More units are, well, the Marauders continue to stem in here, and the ground army, with only Marauders, well, there's only Marauders left over. He's just be able to just target down his third base. The Vikings have landed as well. His drop in the main has been cleaned up. There's one Colossus on 1 hit point surviving, but he's lost his third base. Eiki in a lot of trouble as these Stalkers will blink away. The Colossus survives. But Marine from behind? Okay, not quite. The Colossus has his shields coming back. And Eiki takes down a lot of the army here. But does he have enough to counterattack with? Because he's lost his third base. He's lost his, he's lost his third base. He's going to have a mine blocking this Nexus from being re-established. So yeah, I mean, he can't really counterattack because he lost the claw side. That was his, that's the backbone of his army. Trying to go into Storm now. And this game, he's not in a good position at all. I mean, he's about 30 supply down. It's not game over just yet, but having your third base denied for this long is crazy. We've got a 4th command center over halfway done for Optimus, as a few Zealots have been walked into this bottom right-hand side, and I mean, it's going to be quite hard for him to get in here. By a nice wall-off actually by Optimus. A couple of depots, the bunker and the turret. Deny the access to the mineral line for the Zealots. So nice Sim City. There's a couple of Medivacs and Marauders head towards that main base once again. Scan comes down. Reveals the Templar being added into the army composition right now. As Optimus going to take this right-hand watchtower and drop again in towards the main base. So just going to start unloading his Marauders here. And I mean, Marauders, they snipe down buildings very quickly. He could just stim in and get the Nexus. There's nothing in position. The Zealots have run into this third base. They're going to pick up 5, 6 workers and a few more still. As here he goes, he's just going to go for the Nexus. Stims once again, and there's just not enough in time. Is there? The pros have been pulled to try and help out, but 8 Marauders take that down so quickly. And Eiki being punished for moving this observer away. He doesn't have the map control, and that's because he's been losing so many units. He's been stretched all over the place. So Optimus, from the earlier damage, just creating extra opportunities for himself, and now Eiki re-establishing his main just as his third goes back up. I mean, he's never going to get happily onto a free base economy here, it seems. +1, +2 is about to finish for Eiki. His weapon upgrades finishing up here in a moment, but 2-2 is about to finish for our Terran player. So Optimus even ahead on upgrades right now. As this army is going to position itself on this left-hand watchtower. Marine is backing off Zealot, going to take that right-hand tower as well. As these 2 Medivacs again positioned to move towards that main base. Just again, always trying to be annoying with drops. A huge drop loaded up here by Optimus. This is completely unnecessary. And again, like if he, this is completely unnecessary, but it might just be fine anyway. He's got so much. He's going to fly in here, and let's just see what he can do. Begins to unload, and Eiki will, well, drop a storm on top of the entire army. And there's a second storm as well, so Optimus actually taking a lot of damage here. But he's also going to do quite a lot as well, guys, and this Nexus may very well be about to fall once again. As over here, these 2 Zealots, well, they're slowly working their way against these Marauders, but the Nexus is getting lower and lower as Optimus tries to evacuate. A Blink Forward doesn't quite catch any of those Medivacs, but Eiki, this was a great fight for him. This has been a great few moments in the game. At least he denies keeps his third base alive. Just now might be the time to counterattack, because he's got a lot of Colossi up, he's got a lot of Templar with Storm, and Optimus has just thrown away a lot of his army and gained absolutely nothing. Well, yes, he denied some buildings, he denied some, he killed off some structures, but he lost army without killing off anything for Eiki, so it's the perfect time to counterattack. But Eiki, just a little bit too timid to move across the map here. He just feels as though he just has to keep on defending. He doesn't feel as though he's killed off enough to make a counterattack work. 4th base set up for Optimus at the gold, and I mean, things like this, it'll just keep pushing him into the lead. As, again, he has continued his upgrade, so actually that's quite interesting. Not going for his 3-3, or 3-3. Again, I can't do my fuzz and fuzz or whatever. So just take the piss out of me, I'll take it. A lot of Vikings here, moving across the map with a lot of ghosts as well. And Eiki needs a miracle of an engagement right now to stay in this game. He's got a lot of Templars, so some good storms could be his way into this, as a couple of Medivacs will load up and head in towards that right-hand into that main base once again. He has to spot it. And Eiki moving his arm, but now he's starting to get into kind of, the good old... okay, he's actually going to unload a little bit before he gets there. Storm drops on these Marauders. Of course, Marauders are very, very tanky, and they can survive a storm. So this army's going to move out though. He is going to move out, and these first two ghosts are actually in a little bit of trouble. Stalker's going to blink forward and picks off one of those. There's plenty more ghosts where those came from though, as this couple of medevacs do load up. A group of Marines are going to move in over here, but the Zealots are going to be able to deny those. And that dropship being forced to pick up again here. So Eiki, again, the last couple of minutes have been going alright for him. And he's about to get a gold base established here as well. As the drop does come in towards his main base, the fusions he's got in his main were out of position to deal with that. So he's going to have to get some warpins in here to be able to deal with this. As this Templar's going to just about drop the storm in time. There's another Marauder goes down there. Marines get stormed over at the third. And oh, the Templar goes down. And oh, the Nexus, the Nexus, the Nexus. Is it going to fall here? It's so close, it's so close. It falls. The third base gets taken down. Optimus just snipes that with his last few units. And his Marauders are still running, wreaking havoc here in the main. This is huge. Another gateway falls, and well, the units are going to move in towards the main base, and well, some Zealots charge forwards and takes down the Marauders. The scan comes down, reveals the army. Eiki moving forward here with these three Zealots and going again for a bit of a counterattack. So little counterattacks like this are things he kind of really needs to do to stay in this game. But look at this. Nuke production begins. 3 nukes on the way, guys. As Eiki's just trying to stabilize, man. At least he's got, again, at least he's got this gold base. It's something for him right now. And his upgrades are going okay as well. It's going to be fairly even upgrades, I feel. 2-3 is about to finish up, and 3-2 about to finish up for Terran. There's a couple of, well, Medevac and a Cloak Ghost here. As they've been turned around, blink forward, and that medevac will fall. Does he see the ghost? No, he doesn't see it just yet. So, Eiki, unaware of what is about to be a bunch of nukes coming his way. As this first ghost. Here we go. The nukes begin. And Eiki, he's looking around his bases. He doesn't know where it is. He doesn't think it's at the gold. He's looking everywhere. He's got no idea. Now he sees it. He hears it. He will be able to pull them probes away just in time. Another one coming down. I mean, slowly but surely these nukes will pick away at this gold base. And Eiki just pull his observer over here and clean out that ghost. Another nuke lands, and again, not too much damage done just yet, but Optimus is going to take the opportunity to move out on the middle of the map. Eiki sees this, he needs to be careful. Them Vikings will pick off close very quickly if they go unaccounted for, as this ghost is, well, another ghost is actually going to drop a nuke on a different side. Big storm from a Templar there. Lands on some Vikings, lands on some ghosts, and this nuke again having to pull away. Whoa, Eiki, I don't think he actually realizes these this nuke is here. He will lose some workers as some EMPs go off, and a lot of the Templar once again. And Optimus is just playing so well with these ghosts right now. He's playing some really good PvT today, creating advantages early and just, you know, harassing all game long. And finally a ghost picked off over here, but he doesn't realize that that's not the ghost. That's not the ghost to finish. That wasn't the ghost dropping the nuke anymore. And more nukes continue on as a couple more Templar get walked in. And these Vikings are thinking of moving forwards. Actually nukes his own Vikings there a little bit, as this gold base is still under fire. I mean, with so many scans, you can just keep scanning, picking off the Templar from a distance. This army from Eiki can just never engage. It can never get close enough. Another nuke will land, and this gold base will be 1 nuke away from death. As here we go, he's moving forwards. He may be looking for this fight. The nukes continue. Does he just? I mean, he has an observer. He has observers here. He can take down that ghost so easily. And here we go. The ghost moving forwards here. The EMPs are going to be pretty huge on top of the entire army. No storms remaining. Gold base now falls, and more probes going down all the time with this. There's a single ghost going towards the top left here as well, and we'll find this new expansion for Eiki. I mean, Optimus behind all of this, just continuing to expand all over the place, and another nuke on the way. So, another couple of nukes coming down, and some SCVs fighting Zealots in the middle of the map as well. Oh, Eiki, I mean, every worker he loses right now is just so painful. And slowly but surely these ghosts are just picking away at bases. Just never ending. Eiki really wants to take a fight right now, but look at that, the Colossi. One of them gets picked off by a single volley of the Vikings. He just can't move up the ramp. There's bunkers set up here. How many ghosts have we even got? What? There's like a whole page of ghosts. That's 24 ghosts, guys. 24 ghosts. There's finally a ghost gets picked off over here. Storm zones out for a little, but doesn't really do the job it needs to. And oh no, the ghost, the Templar gets sniped away, and that's 3 Templar dead, gaining absolutely nothing here. The EMPs are going to be huge again on the Templar, and again, all of a sudden, there's no storms, and Eiki just cannot engage this army. Another nuke will be dropped to this top left side. An observer does find that ghost, but he just doesn't have the units over there to deal with it just yet, so he needs to get a couple of stalkers or something to start picking that off. As Vikings, okay, if he moves forwards here, there's a couple more workers, and that will finally go down to them to... oh, he tries to pick off the observer with the scan, actually. That was really, really good. Not quite able to do it, though. As bunkers are being put up in an aggressive position here, big storms on the Vikings as the Templars come in from behind. And Eiki is going to push forwards here. This is his one army. It's the one army he's got to fight with. He's got to make this work out. And so far he's doing really well because Optimus has lost all of his Vikings and Colossi still remain. That's a brilliant fight by Eiki, and it's fights like that which he needs to stay in this game at this point. As he's just about going to be able to start mining up. I mean, he actually just barely has any workers. He only has one base saturated right now, but so he also only has really one base of workers. He needs to build some more probes, and again, I mean, he just took a brilliant fight. He just killed all of the Vikings, but he's not moving forwards. He just killed a lot of ghosts as well, right? We had 24 ghosts on the map a moment ago. Now we've got 8. So, I mean, again, I feel as though this was the perfect time for him to move forwards. He's going to have a couple of Archons join this army, and he will move forwards now. There's a lot of bunkers set up here. Is Eiki going to make this happen? He has a lot of army. Nuke starts to come down here. Eiki needs to make sure he doesn't run into this. This ghost is in the back here, zoning this army out. And the nuke will land. Poor Marauder. Poor Marauder. Is he going to get away? Okay, he's just about going to make it away. As we actually have a drop into the main base as well. Before an overcharge, his zealots are going to be able to clean that one up. So Optimus not getting too much done this time. The supplies are even, and again, Eiki stands in a better position in terms of his army supply, because he has less workers, but that means Optimus should be able to remax faster here, as he has more mineral mining going on. And if we look at the incomes, you can see, I mean, he's mining twice as much as Eiki. So Eiki, he's taken some really great fights here, but he just needs to keep taking them, because he just doesn't have a good economy at all right now. Blink forward from the Stalkers, clean out these medevacs, and that's a nice 20 supply gone there. Eiki will realise this and blinks forward. 2 medevacs go down. And again, that's a nice bit of supply to pick off from his opponent. Marauders still trade fairly well, though. Just so deadly against those armoured units as some SCVs being sent up towards this gold base, and they're going to try and surround it as a Templar. A couple of Zealots will be warped in. They should be able to deal with that, but is the Templar going to die? Wow. I mean, that actually just happened, guys. SCVs surround the Templar. This gold base is mined out, and Eiki might just try and go the long way around, and doesn't really need a fight here if the gold base is mined out, of course. Vikings will move forwards, but need to be careful of the storms. Scan up on the high ground here, but he's actually just dropping mules over here, just stealing his opponent's minerals. As this bottom right-hand base is pretty much the only base mined for Optimus at this point. He probably wants to start thinking about establishing this base to the left-hand side. But I think he's a little bit afraid to move out right now. I mean, again, after that big fight from Eiki, he's taken a pretty dominant army position in terms of army, and he's been very confident out on the map with it, so it's very hard for Optimus to actually move forwards into him. As Eiki just moving backwards and forwards between these towers here, and Optimus with a bunch of Vikings overhead. Excuse me, with a bunch of Vikings overhead, but not nearly as many as he had previously. There's a lot of ghosts here as well. As this army's begins to move up, he's going to take down a couple of these bunkers. Storms will zone out these Vikings really well, and a couple of bunkers fall. Eiki feeling like once them EMPs have dropped onto his army, he should just back off, wait for his shields to regenerate. So he's playing this slow and steady still. He's bringing it back in terms of his worker count, and he is in a better position in terms of overall bases. Still mining on a third, and a gold, and the bottom right, whereas again, Optimus is mined out of that third and the gold. So he's definitely, you know, Optimus has definitely not been trading as well. And oh my god, look at that, 8,000 resources behind. So, you know, as the game goes on here, Eiki's starting, you know, because he hasn't died to just the insane economy of Optimus, he's gonna be able to get into a really good position because he's traded so much better. Optimus will just straight up run out of resources. Now, he will take this base here, so there's a while until that happens. But he needs to start, I think he needs to not, no, he doesn't need to trade efficiently, he needs to end the game. Because if he just trades efficiently, Eiki can just still come back in this, because, you know, he still has more minerals mining. These ghosts here trading against these stalkers, a couple of Archons morphing in, they're going to go down pretty quickly. A storm coming in from the left side and will land on a lot of this army as well. There's of course I'm moving forward, a blink forward here from the stalkers as well, and there's just so many ghosts which are being stormed again, and the storm taking down a lot of the Vikings, and I think Eiki might be able to push through here. Some units coming in from behind, and GG will be called by Optimus, and what a comeback in this game by Eiki. What an amazing comeback by Eiki. Optimus was so far ahead.